Last time on Square Roots, we meet a dark and handsome stranger on Kadara, investigate some murders, and attend an exciting little soiree. Later, we witness a good old-fashioned gun duel with only a little bit of cheating. Hey, you know what they say, don't bring a pistol to a sniper fight.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zant.
Hello.
I haven't played this game in a minute, so I'm just going to say Johnny Brandon.
All right. I'll imagine I'm the charlatan.
Yeah.
And you shot
Johnny,
me
you charlatan.
You're the charlatan.
Brandon.
as I'm running for my shuttle.
So you believe in
Vanessa.
meritocracy is what you're saying.
He believes in baritocracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Vanessa.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs, one chunker at a time. And I was thinking about this earlier today. This is, episode 6 of Mass Effect Andromeda?
Yeah,
A lot of episodes. BioWary, I think, is a misnomer at this point. It should be like, it's because it's going to be, mid-March by the time we finish this game. You got to think of another word. BioWinter.
BioWinter?
Yeah, BioWinter.
Yeah, for sure. We did do a gimme episode so you guys could catch up, where we didn't really do much, and then we did do an episode 500. So I don't know that it's BioWary's fault.
Well, this
Well-
is
So much as
this is still
Jim's
Mass Effect
fault.
Andromeda 6. Even if we didn't waste 2 weeks, we still would be beyond the threshold of January.
Yes, but February also is a portmanteau for BioWary.
Exactly.
Ho-ho!
Well, what are you going to call it when next week when we're still talking about Andromeda and it's March?
BioWarch, obviously.
I was thinking Morrowind.
Oh, are we going to play Morrowind? I love that. I love that idea.
Welcome to Morrowind. Every March we should play Morrowind and just not complete the series for like 3 years. Because
Ooh, I like that.
we'll
That
be
game's
playing
fucking
Morrowind
huge.
for 1 month out of the year.
But you
Yeah.
can't play ahead or else, you'll forget completely what you've done. You're like, well, that was a year ago, so I don't remember any of this, especially Matt.
Wow, especially Matt, what a call out.
I wasn't listening. Johnny cut out for a minute for me.
Oh, jeez.
Case
That's
in
my
point, I
microphone.
guess. What else do we do on this show? We read about, or we speculate, or we spread rumors about hot gaming gossip. Did you guys hear about Phil Spencer, CEO of Xbox, retiring?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been replaced by, sorry, I'm gonna read this in Gen Z slang. Microsoft thought Phil Spencer was mid, so he got JobMogged by Asha Sharma, who's now CEO maxing at Xbox.
Got job what?
JobMogged.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just hearing something about this, about some feller who goes around and stands next to strangers in the mall or something.
Yeah, this is
and
just a
then
knockoff
talks
of
about
some meme that's
how-
been going around all week.
Talks about how he looks better than other people.
Yeah, that's clavicular.
Yeah.
Is this something that we
Yeah.
need to discuss on this show? Because I don't want to.
That guy's been doing his thing. Like, when I used to use TikTok, he was big on there.
I think that
Yeah, he's-
something happened and now people don't like him. But from
No,
what
well, he
I...
got arrested recently, but that only seems to have increased his popularity.
What did he get arrested
Okay.
for?
I think it was for drugs of some kind.
Well,
But I think
well,
it was like
Nothing
it
wrong
was,
with that.
it was cool drugs, like
Party drugs?
because he's cool, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Cool
I
drugs.
think I'm
Isn't
going
he
from
like
memory here,
19 or something like that?
No.
but yeah, he's really young.
Is he? But he sounds so.
Mm-hmm.
His voice is so like authoritative.
Well, like everything about him is very practiced. Like
Yeah.
he said he used to have like a bone hammer that he would use to like shape his face, like
Huh.
beat his bones into.
Huh.
What
He's
I
a
like
looks
about-
maxer.
Yeah, what I like about this guy is that he is taking what women have done for hundreds of years, which is use
Thousands of years.
cosmetics and other enhancements
Tens
to
of thousands of years.
try to make themselves look as attractive as possible, and acting like it's something that he invented all by himself.
Hey, that's smart, actually. Swooping in and stealing women's thunder for yourself? Like, why not? I'm Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. He was arrested for trying to use a fake ID to get into a bar and also possession of a dangerous drug.
Oh.
Okay. Those don't even sound like crimes to me. Trying to use a fake ID to get into a bar is just part of life when you're 20 years old.
He was ID maxing.
He was ID maxing. Who hasn't owned a fake ID?
He got legal mogged.
I saw someone talking
but
about
yeah.
this clavicle, and they were saying that the trouble with these kind of influencers is that you're really kind of boxing yourself out of a lot of career prospects at a very young age, because
Yeah, right.
when this falls apart, and it will, then he doesn't really have any transferable skills or anything
Right-wing
that he
grifter.
can do with his
Slides
life. Well,
right
that's
into
it.
the
That's the
right-wing
only
grifter
one.
sphere.
That is the only thing you can do.
Also, being
As a-
handsome is pretty much a great job to get any sort of job. I mean, get into real estate, get into acting.
Yeah, I guess
go
that's
be
true. You
anywhere
could go
and be
in
handsome, and
sales
somebody
or
will be like, "I
something.
would like to work with you at my company. Here's $1 million."
Wait,
Well,
is he
now-
not
Look at
the
Jim. You
English?
You might be surprised to know that Clavicular
Jimber.
was enrolled in college until he got expelled for possessing testosterone.
You know,
So
That's weird.
I'm
What do you think about
not. I was mixing him up with the English guy with the same bit.
oh, there's an English dude that
That's
does that
why I
too?
was like, but he seems so old because that guy's definitely not 20. Yeah, there's an English guy who wears like, what do you call the Playboy guy's robe? You know that robe?
a robe. We call
Yeah,
that a
he
robe.
he wears a robe, and he's this English guy that goes around London being like, "You, sir, are the most dapper gent I've seen in a fortnight, and your
and then he
hair's
flashes.
doing
Then he flashes. them.
No, he's just really complimentary. He's like, "Lady, your style is both you and fantastic. Keep on doing it." Like, it's just this English guy that says really nice things to people about how awesome they are.
Oh,
Wow.
this is definitely not that guy.
Oh.
But going back to the original headline, Phil Spencer retired, and Asha Sharma, who was before this in some AI platform division of Microsoft. I was reading about this, and a lot of people were immediately like, "Oh, that just means they're going to put more AI shit like Microsoft is doing into everything." From what it sounds like, that's not what she'll be doing, just based on like what people who like know her and report on her a lot say. They say that she's going to be basically in charge of like getting the Xbox like cloud piece of it working and like actually scaling. Because like they've invested a lot in it, but it's not like growing, and it wasn't growing under Phil Spencer. So like they want to bring someone in who can take a technology and like get it out to a bunch of people.
I'm confused.
How
I thought.
How will it help me have a baby? Because
You
what I've
want
heard
to
about
have-
this woman is that she has gone around saying that AI will improve fertility rates.
Yes.
That's like that seems like a real. I feel like everyone in like the tech sphere has a real weird obsession with birth rates.
Yeah, I've
I
noticed
thought-
that
Yeah.
too.
I thought Phil Spencer was in jail for the murder of Lana Clarkston. I'm confused.
Spectre is who you're thinking of.
That's Phil
Spectre.
Oh, that's making a Phil Spector joke.
Should I put crickets in there, Vanessa?
Yeah. Here's my.
I don't think you should.
my
I think that
issue
was a good joke.
issue
you don't
with
have to
all
put
of
crickets,
that.
but leave some space for the listeners to
No, you
laugh.
got to leave some space there because the space is what was funny. You all, the
The,
gears
listeners are
turning
gonna
in your
stand-
heads.
the-
You know?
Well, all the listeners are going to stand up and clap as soon as they hear.
Well,
Well, yeah, of
now
course.
Leave some
my
space in
when I used to be on Twitter and when it used to be called Twitter, Seamus Blackley was my Twitter friend. He added me for some reason, and he was like the one of the engineers behind the original Xbox. And he says she's just in there to wind down the brand. That basically they've decided that.
Yeah, I saw that tweet too, and I thought that was interesting. But I'm mainly going for. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to the Verge podcast with Neely Patel, the guy who hosts
sure.
it. But it's like a tech / whatever podcast. It's really interesting because this guy really pressures a lot of these tech CEOs to asking about privacy issues and stuff. If you're into that kind of thing, you should listen to it. But they had their basically Microsoft Xbox guy who knows all these people and a bunch of people who work there, and they talked about it for 40 minutes in a podcast. So that's where a lot of my information is coming from. But who knows? Who knows what they're going to do until they do it? You know.
It's not
Anytime-
unusual for brands to put a woman in the CEO position when they are fixing to dissolve the company or in other ways break it up.
Well, also, but people were like, "Oh, it's a bad sign that because Phil Spencer was always talked about how he was a gamer. He's like, I play every game that we publish, whatever. And she's not. So people were like, oh, she's going to be a terrible CEO. Name another gaming CEO nowadays who's actually a gamer. Nobody
Yeah.
who runs Sony is a gamer.
Gabe
That's
Newell.
true.
Gabe,
Here's my question.
yeah, Gabe's just a rich guy who's on his mega yachts all the time now.
So if the point of AI, though, is to replace people, which it seems to be, why do all of the AI CEOs have issues with birth rates? Because isn't that counterproductive? You're making a product to...
We need the people for the slave labor, because the AI can't make my coffee.
Yeah, well, it's like that episode of Black Mirror where people lived in rooms with screens and they had to generate electricity by riding a bike.
Oh, yeah, with the bicycle. That's a
what-
great
That's
episode.
what we'll be doing. Yeah.
Now,
Honk.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Did y'all see that Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? Because it was
Oh boy, did I!
fucking good.
They're on ice skates and Katana
No,
was
no,
there.
no,
with
no,
Sub-Zero.
Kung Fu Panda's
Well,
there.
This
yeah.
is a dual honk. It's a honk duet.
It is kind of a honk
Yeah.
duet. There was another trailer released for the new upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie, and it looks fucking awesome. Also, not a whiff of the main character from the first movie, Cole,
Yeah,
the Gold Ranger.
not at all.
Which further lends credence to my theory that he is going to die at the beginning of that movie. And
Ooh, like Johnny Cage
I'm
in the
okay with
second movie.
yeah, like Johnny Cage in the second
yeah,
movie.
like Johnny Cage in Mortal
It's like a
Kombat
reverse.
Annihilation, where he gets his neck snapped in the first 30 seconds.
Because that guy thought he was too good to be in Mortal Kombat 2. Newsflash, never.
And he
acted
was
again.
right. Yeah,
Well,
he was in.
I
he
mean,
was in an NCIS or something.
To
wasn't
be
he, or
fair,
CSI?
everybody was too good to be in that movie. It was trash. The movie's so bad, I watched it. I started it a dozen times over the years, could never make it more than 15 minutes in. And finally, one night, my son forced me to rent it after we watched the original and was like, we got to see the second one. And I forced him to finish it because I was like, no, you made me
Yeah.
pay money for this. We're watching it.
It has the quality of a porno parody of a popular movie.
It's so wildly bad. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, pretty cool. Got your Carl Urban as Johnny Cage in there. All the other characters are back. Liu Kang, Kano.
I saw Kung Lao in the trailer, which is interesting because didn't he spoiler alert die in the first
So
one?
did Kano. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Quan Chi though.
Yeah.
I saw Quan Chi in that Kano scene, so maybe Quan Chi's bringing people back to life.
yeah, I kind of figure that it's going to be people are coming back from the being brought back from the dead situation. It looks fucking.
Yeah.
Listen, the first movie is not a very good movie, but I've watched it a ton of times because even though it's not good, it's very fun. And I don't need this movie to be good. I just need it to be fun and entertaining. I'm excited for it. Anyway, speaking of Mortal Kombat, Johnny wants to talk about Ice Dangers.
I actually don't know anything about this.
I know all
Well, then
about
talk
it.
about it.
I know all about it. I saw it. I saw it with my own
I see
two
Vanessa
eyes.
talking, but her mic seems to have cut out. So, Johnny, if you could talk about
I'm just going
Mortal
to
Kombat.
toss this over to Vanessa with sports. Vanessa, tell us about Mortal Kombat ice skating.
I'm excited to tell you, but I don't know if my mic has actually cut out
It is not.
or if Matt was trolling
It is
me.
not. I'm
Matt
trolling
is
you.
trolling me.
Can I just quickly say, and not to interrupt you, can I just quickly say, Mortal Kombat ice dancing, can that be a real thing? Because I would watch that. That sounds rad. And I don't mean people dressed up as Mortal Kombat characters. I mean ice dancers killing each other on the ice.
What I saw, I'll tell you all about it. I saw
My mic must have cut out.
I saw these ice dancers from Georgia, the country, not the state. This was during the Olympics Gala. The ice dancing or ice skating gala is after all of the ice skating competitions are complete in the Olympics, all of the athletes get together to do a dance together on the ice in front of a crowd. They have stage lighting instead of competition lighting. And then the best ice skaters from that season or year, I suppose, get to do any routine that they want to, in addition to the numbers that they do altogether. I believe that every sport should end this way of the Olympics. There's no other sport that I can think of where all of the best competitors get together and do a synchronized dance, and I don't understand why.
But
Anyway.
ice dancing is a synchronized dance. So, like, would curlers do a synchronized curling? How would that work?
Well, this wasn't just the ice dancers, though. This was ice dancers. This was the soloists, male and female, and the pair skaters. They were all there together, and the Georgia couple decided to do a Mortal Kombat routine. They did dress up in Mortal Kombat outfits. They had the Mortal Kombat music play, and they came out and did the sort of stance that you see people do on TikTok, where they're in their resting, pose, getting ready to fight. They battled each other, and then when it was near the end of the fight, the woman was swaying there like she was going to pass out, and you heard the "finish him!" And her partner did choose a friendship move. And so then they did some more dancing together, which turned out to be a mistake because in the end she did kill him. And
I love that.
it was a beautiful routine that everyone should enjoy. But that wasn't the end of it, because later the young man from Kazakhstan who won the male's gold medal came out dressed as Kung Fu Panda in a big, bulky panda suit. And was doing a skate to everybody was kung fu fighting. And then the male from Georgia, still in his Mortal Kombat outfit, and someone dressed as Deadpool came out on the ice and kicked the shit out of him. And at one point, Mortal Kombat guy picked up Kung Fu Panda by his ice skates and was spinning him around in a 360.
That's
and
amazing.
Then dropped him onto the ice. It was beautiful. It was sport. It was everything you look for in your athletics. It was the thrill of the game. It was competition. And that's why figure skating is the best sport.
Now,
And
Vanessa,
yeah?
I believe, especially considering this was Georgian players, that they were secretly filming one of those weird Eastern European kids' YouTube videos where different IP characters fight each other. Mm-hmm. Is that what they were doing?
Maybe they were inspired by that, and that could explain why then, like, Shrek and Heathcliff came out, and Heathcliff was like, I am pregnant with Shrek's baby. And
You keep bringing up Heathcliff. Like, that character's dead. There hasn't been a Heathcliff thing in 30 years.
Heathcliff is still a popular character, and I'm almost
Yeah.
positive there are still weekly Heathcliff comics, if not
No.
daily Heathcliff comics.
Absolutely.
No.
Haven't you seen him? He walks around with a helmet that says meat on it.
What's
Yeah,
he
no,
gonna
it's been
say?
getting weirder, hasn't it? Hasn't it just gotten off the walls
Is he
in recent
I'm
years?
going to go to Wuthering Heights. Look at me. Is that
I
what
knew he
he's
was going to
doing?
say that.
No, but since you want to go there, Jacob Elordi's Heathcliff is like tearing up the charts, so it wouldn't be weird for him to come out either. But I am talking about the comic cat who wears a helmet that says meat. I
It's
think
still
that the
in
deal,
publication, according to Wikipedia.
yeah.
I
I think
don't
the
buy
deal
it.
is that whoever took over the comic decided they were just going to make it completely incomprehensible and as weird as possible and see how
Yeah.
long they could keep it going,
That's
and
sort
it
of
continues
amazing.
to go.
The
Didn't
Nancy
somebody
route,
took over
right?
Nancy and did that
Yeah.
too, right? Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
Heathcliff was first. I remember the meat thing being a long running. That's been a decade. Not that, not that it's Nancy is also that new Nancy, whoever took over Nancy is also killing it.
Yeah, there's a new Nancy though.
Oh, really? Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. And I
Is
don't
it,
remember
is it
the
back to
name.
normal? I don't like that.
It's not back
Honk.
to how it was with. Yep.
USA, USA, USA. Speaking of the Olympics, it's the hottest gaming news of the year. Have you heard about this? Do you know about this? Johnny knows about it because the U.S. men's hockey team defeated the Canadian men's hockey team in the gold medal Winter Olympic Games. Now, this, my friends, is after the U.S. women's hockey team also won the gold medal at the Winter Olympic Games.
Now, one of those two teams did stand up Trump. Which one was it?
The women, of course.
Of course it was. The other one's like, let's have beer with Trump. I mean, admittedly, if a president of the country you live in was like, you guys are awesome, come party with me, I can understand the appeal, even if you don't like the politics, but I don't think I'd do it. I think
Well,
I'd,
they
like,
also partied, of
call
course,
sick.
with Kash Patel, the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, who was at that game and went to their locker room afterwards to chug some beers.
Sure he
Are
did.
you guys ruining my moment? Like, I'm really enjoying the fact that the United States is now the official owner of the sport of hockey. We own it, and it is ours, and no longer Canada's, and that's amazing. And you want to bring politics into it. Why do you have to make things so political? It sounds like you're so woke, anti-woke. You're anti-woke? I don't know what you are, but I don't like it.
Do you
I
think Kash
haven't
Patel
done
is like?
anything but report the facts.
Do you think Kash Patel is like,
Woke.
oh, as a big member of the manosphere, I just want to say that I just wanted to see you guys. I mean, hang out with you guys in the locker room because we're all manly men, and there's nothing gay about that. Let's just like we can just hug and kiss each other as a joke, right?
Yeah.
I assume
and
he
to be
was
fair,
there
not
doing
fair,
some kind
but-
of investigation.
Yeah.
He's
To
the
be
head of the
honest,
FBI. He's fighting
a lot
crime.
of these, a lot of sports guys are right wing guys because they're rich as hell and they don't want to pay no taxes and they don't care who it hurts. Like it sucks and I don't like it, but that's life and there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not going to stop watching sports over it. Sorry, that's not going to happen.
Did I ask you to that? Did
Yeah,
I
you
say-
did. Yeah, you did. With your eyes.
I don't think it's that they're rich. I think it's that they have a lot of concussions.
Well, probably
That
that
explains
too.
the conservative wrestlers. They get really paranoid the more concussions they get.
Well, there's also a lot of those guys are Southern, you know? You're just kind of born and bred.
You're Southern.
That's true, but I overcame my conservative brainwashing from when I was a child. Said it before, I'll say it again. Grew up listening to Rush Limbaugh on the radio with my dad, you know? Johnny is really enjoying his Activia probiotic,
Yeah.
good for my guts and my poops yogurt that he has been housing this
I
entire
didn't
time.
think that men were allowed to eat Activia. I thought it was just for the ladies.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I
right.
think men have to meet. I think men have to eat like
Oh no, I'm lactating.
testostativia.
Yeah. Men protein max and women fiber max. That's the way it is.
Is there
All
fiber
right.
in yogurt? There's no fiber in yogurt.
Probably our listeners are tired of our shenanigans and would like us to talk about some actual gaming news. So here are two things. Number one,
Okay.
Nintendo stealth dropped this week Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green on the eShop for $20 a piece.
I
Those
did.
are
trade in my copy of Pokemon Leaf Green that I'd got somehow over the years for a Switch 2 Pro controller. So I know that those are worth a lot of money.
Yeah. I've never, as I've said a million times, played a Pokemon, but people love them, and I have heard that Fire Red and Leaf Green are some of the best Pokemon games. They're charging $20 a piece for these million-year-old games, which some people have a problem with, which I don't understand. They're like, it's just a ROM. Yeah, all games are fucking ROMs at this point, bud. Like, it's a game. They're going to sell it? What do you think this is? It's a business. What's happening here?
I'm kind of surprised it wasn't part of the NSO, like, the Switch Online thing. Like, make a super, well, you know what? It would have worked out the same. And this way you get it forever. So I'm okay with that, honestly.
I don't think it's an unfair price for, a 100-hour fucking video game.
It's an
at this point, I think we should do a Pokemon. Yes, Vanessa has honked.
Vanessa's honked. We have to acknowledge it.
A new update to Stardew Valley dropped for its 10-year anniversary, and you can now romance both Sandy and Clint. Very exciting. That's right. New Stardew pals to smooch.
You have Kiss, Sandy, and Clint in the notes, and I did not know what it meant.
That's what that means. Clint might be a sort of Johnny boyfriend kind of guy. He's got a big beard.
You actually, I think that's pretty good. That's Vanessa. I think you did an okay job there.
Hey, I did it. Also, since I have your attention, the new Fallout 76 update is going to include a radioactive Bigfoot. Also, a Johnny boyfriend.
What?
I hope
Bigfoot,
not.
classic Johnny boyfriend.
I've dated a couple of guys who sort of resemble Bigfoot, so I understand it.
Are we talking like Harry and the Hendersons Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
That was a joke.
Johnny.
Joke, man. Come on.
It's an ape. Like, literally.
Stardew, is Stardew guy the one who's like super religious as well? Or is that... I know that like basically all those big Gen Z games have like really conservative programmers.
Yes, once again, they made a lot of money, and then they were like, I only vote for Republicans because they don't want to take my money.
I'm not sure about Stardew. I know that they never had gender restrictions on who you could marry, so that doesn't seem super conservative to me. But what do I know?
Vanessa is A-okay with all his opinions. That's not what she said.
Honk.
Matthew honked.
All right, this is the last piece of news that we have, last rumor that we have, last piece of gossip that we have. It's not really gossip. The Trump tariffs were overturned. Everybody knows about that, and we're not going to talk about it much. We don't want to talk about politics on this show. This is not a political show.
But they were overturned, and then he was like, and now new tariffs with a slightly different law. I don't.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's they all do that. That's just how it be. Biden did that with overturning student loans 15 times. None of them worked. But anyway, Trump tariffs were overturned. Is this going to mean that consoles will finally drop in price?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's the problem with tariffs is that once they've got you paying that much money, they don't even you take the tariffs away, they still charge you that much money. They don't care. That's just profit,
like
my
Black
friends.
Friday sales and stuff, I guess. That's probably what.
That's true. It might have a little more flexibility to do sales, but I don't anticipate prices coming down because once they realize people will pay more for something, why would they charge them less? That's capitalism.
Vanessa posted a picture of the Fallout Yeti in the chat, and Jim, who had to step away for a moment, but we'll be right back, responded, Johnny boyfriend?
Yep, he gets it.
Guess so.
I mean, the Fallout 76 boyfriend is such a clear Johnny boyfriend that no one would
Johnny
question
is
it.
Canon into fangs, He loves those Gamoran guards and their big old tusks.
True, and orcs. Just in general with their cute little tusks. They're more
And that's why
tusks than
you
He likes
hate the
Porky.
wokeification of orcs in World of Warcraft. Ugh, now they have blue hair and they're
Yeah.
scrawny little twinks.
Now you could dress them in Speedos. I don't know if you can do that. I just assume from the art I've seen.
I assume so. I'm sure. Why not?
I don't play
All
Here's
right, well,
some
it seems like that
genuine
is...
gossip.
Oh, go ahead.
How about genuine gossip time? I know someone who got permabanned in World of Warcraft recently after playing it for 20 years. And
Johnny,
so-
what did you do?
No, it wasn't Johnny. So I was reading a little bit about what has been going on, and the rumor is that they have some new AI program that is like sweeping for bots and things like that. And it has been over identifying people just based
Oh,
on
no.
people who like play a lot, like more than the average hours a day, and tagging them as bots or something, and then just banning people's account. And then their customer service has also been taken over by AI. So when you submit a ticket, you just get an AI response about why your account was banned, and all it does is send you the code of conduct.
Wow, that's cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Blizzard.
that's the
Great
word
company.
on the street.
Microsoft owns Blizzard. Great company. Right? Or is it EA that owns Blizzard? Who owns Blizzard?
I think it's Microsoft. Blizzard
Anyway.
of the Coast, was that a thing? No.
Did you just say Blizzard of the Ghosts?
Yeah.
I love that. Anyway, that sucks. Pretty lame.
Yep. So that's all I know about that. I haven't actually done any actual like investigation into whether it's true. It's just word on the street, and by the street, I of course mean Reddit.
Well, I think that is all of the hot gaming gossip we've got for you this week. And before we dive into the quest log, why don't we do a little plug of our hot streams? Whoa. Jim and I are continuing to play Ys Origins on Wednesday nights. Not last Wednesday night because I was busy. But if you are interested in watching Jim and I do a stream over on YouTube, please come check us out. Search up the Square Roots Podcast and you will find us. Jim is also continuing to play all of the horror games he can get his hands on because he is obsessed with them. He just finished the game Crystal. It was a new kind of hot new horror game that came out. And we're planning, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, it will have already happened, to do a stream of the new Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Requiem. That's going to be a lot of fun, and we're excited about it, and we would like you to come join us where we chat and play and interact with our audience and have a good time, good fun time. Good way to spend a little time with your Square Roots pals.
Oftentimes, Johnny and I will come and hang out in the chat as well.
That's true, and sometimes Johnny and you will come and stream games as well, which is always fun, and Johnny has been talking up doing a stream of, I've forgotten now.
Wing Commander Privateer 2,
Yes.
The Darkening.
I'm super excited for that. I really hope that when I finish Ys Origins, let's do that. Like, I'm really into it. In fact, if you're on a time crunch and you want to start that, let's do it, and I'll finish Ys later. It's fine.
Well, yeah, it might be. I still don't know if I'm working next week or not. So if I'm not working, for sure.
Yeah, well, whenever you get the chance, come check us out over at YouTube. Search up Square Roots Podcast, and you'll find us. And it is a good, fun time. We really enjoy it. Jim and I just bought green screens. Well, I had one, but Jim just bought a green screen, and now we're trying to make our stream look all professional streamer boy. You know, we're pros. We're pro streamers. That's fine. We can also just do the little boxes in the corner. That's fine too.
I could get a green screen though, and then I could do like the Brian, what's his face? What's floppy hair boy's
David
name?
Gilbert.
Yeah, Brian David Gilbert thing in front of green screen and like superimpose myself with the footage and have all sorts of fun in my videos.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. And speaking of your videos, why don't you talk about your channel, Bears and Games Neo?
Well, I have 2 finished scripts, and I've recorded voiceover for one of them. But literally, the only thing I've been doing when I'm not eating or working for the past 6 days is play Mass Effect Andromeda. To be fair, I was pretty far behind. It turns out like I had a lot to do left on planet Kadara. So yeah, nothing yet, but there will be stuff soon, I promise, especially if I get some time off, then I will pump out a few videos, I have some more ideas. I have so many ideas. But anyway, it's a channel where you can see me review open world games, racing games, queer history, and I review queer history. I'm like, this was bad, this was good, history's great. That's how I do it. That's not how I do it. I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly. Anyway, why don't we move over to the Codex, which is still better than the journal. I know it's a different thing, but we're kind of talking about stuff that's in the game, like the Codex does, right, Vanessa?
Yes, and Matt does have his hand raised, so please go ahead, Matt.
Well, before we dive into the Codex, I do have one more thing to plug, and that is our Patreon. Please go check out patreon.com/SquareRootsPodcast, where we just wrapped up a vote. That's
vote?
right. The next game has been decided by the listeners.
Are you going to tell us what it is, or are you going to wait till the end of this episode, or are you not going to tell us until the next episode?
The winner of the Square Roots first vote of 2026 was The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Yay!
That was a Johnny choice.
Yay!
I'm still debating whether I should play the new fancy version or the cool crunchy old pixel arty version. The pixel
I don't know.
arty
I've played the original and I own the new one and have not finished it. I've played some of it. So I will be restarting the remake for sure. Also, it is fucking adorable.
Yeah, and it runs way better on Switch 2 than it does on Switch 1.
Ooh, that's exciting. I'm going to be playing it on my Switch 2.
Does it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for Vanessa to get a Switch
I think Vanessa
too.
should get a Steam Deck just based on what Vanessa... I don't know, though. Vanessa plays a lot of Switch.
Yeah, it's weird that you guys keep pushing her to get a Steam Deck, and I'm afraid that she's going to get one and then not use it much. She doesn't play a lot of Steam games.
Yeah, you know what? Vanessa, would you play more Switch games or Steam games?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the appeal of a Steam Deck is that I don't play a lot of PC games right now, and I thought a Steam Deck might encourage me to play more of them, but I have been playing with my little Switch every day, so I don't know.
Imagine Colonel's Bequest there in the palm of your hand.
Imagine
a
Animal
dream
Crossing.
come true.
Imagine Animal Crossing New Horizons at 60 FPS.
Ooh, so furry. I could count every hair on my precious little animals' heads. Well, I'll think about it. I mean, eventually I'll get both of them, I suppose, so it's just a matter of which I'll get first.
I love that Vanessa will very ruthlessly kick villagers out if they aren't as cute as the other villagers she wants to have in her Animal Crossing town.
I have particular ideas about what kind of animals I want in my town. I want natural colored animals.
There's a word for that.
I want an animal that appears in nature. I don't want a pink animal or a purple animal or a green animal unless it's a frog. And there's one personality type that I just do not have on my island at all because I don't find it harmonious with the rest of what I have going on.
I am sad they got rid of the mean villagers like the first couple of games had, because those are a lot of fun.
There'll be no meanness on my perfect little island. I love it so much. I can control everything, every placement of every flower and every house I get to decorate. Nobody gets to choose their own things, and I can decide what they wear. It's a dream come true.
Wait, is
wanna-
the pretty space princess also a space dictator?
Yeah, but a beloved dictator.
Okay.
Everyone on my island is always happy to see me.
They have to be, or they get kicked off.
Sometimes they ask to leave, and I tell them not to go. And they say, okay, I'll stay.
You show them a picture of their family tied up in a basement somewhere.
I know we made a lot of fun, poked a lot of fun at it, but I just kind of wanted to say that one of the podcasts I listen to, the Besties, which is the one video game podcast I listen to. They do seem to be talking up the Ally ROG X a lot. And if you can't get the Steam Deck because it's not available in the US, as Jim said recently, that might be a good alternative to look at for Vanessa because it would include her Game Pass subscription.
Oh.
And it seems to otherwise be pretty fucking similar, to be honest with you. I think it still has access to everything on Steam.
And you can
Really?
use Windows easily. You can use Windows on a Steam Deck, but you have to install it and stuff.
That might be worth looking into for yourself as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
I apologize. Please continue
Yeah,
with
that's
your...
all right. I don't mind being interrupted when it's you telling me about stuff I would like that I should have. So put that in your, memory bank.
Add that to your Vanessa notebook.
Yeah. It's time for the Codex.
Yeah.
Last time we finished things off on Kadara. Johnny, do you want to give us a little update as to how things ended on Kadara for Evil Vanessa?
Evil Vanessa had a great time on Kadara. She met new friends like Sloane, her bestie, and then meanwhile she kept really hard flirting with Reyes to the point where I was wondering if you flirted that hard he would lose interest. But no, they don't do that in this game. I kind of think that would be great for I think Jack does that though in Mass Effect 2 where you can't flirt too hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so she keeps flirting with Reyes Vidal. He keeps flirting a little bit back, but in a teasy way, until the magical night of the party at Sloane's house, where I was chatting up everybody. Sloane was okay with, unlike with Vanessa, where she did not want good Vanessa there. Evil Vanessa, she's like, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you. This party sucks, but I have to do it." And so then I went to go find Reyes Vidal, and he was grabbing that old hooch, and we went up to the top. Before, when he was grabbing it, suddenly a guard walked by, and we had to do. I had the renegade pull, and unlike Vanessa's, where she punched him in the stomach, in mine she gave him a sexy kiss.
Ooh.
And he's like, I feel. Or she's like, what if I want to do this more? Maybe we should find more guards to distract. And he's like, oh, let's just go up to the roof. And we went up to the roof and we kissed Vanessa. It was so romantic and perfect. And then in high noon, when Sloane and him were facing off, and there was a sniper, I did push away my girlfriend bestie, ladies over maybes. Is that how it goes?
Gals before
Pals? No.
guys.
Anyway, so I saved my bestie Sloane, and then after Reyes betrayed me, and I was like, "What? You lied to me?" He's like, "No, you're the only one who saw me for who I really was, the real me. Anyway, gotta go." And and he runs for the shuttle. I did shoot him, but Vanessa, it just grazed his arm.
Wow.
Oh, unfair.
I was hoping for consider this a breakup moment.
Well, that makes no sense because you're a good shot. Maybe you hadn't put enough into pistols or something.
No, I love using a pistol in these games. Anyway, so he got away. But me and Sloane are like buddies. I'm like, oh, does this make us best friends now? And she's like, don't push it, Ryder. But you could tell she likes me. We're just friends.
Aw, BFFs.
She's like, I'm not working
Reyes...
with the initiative. I'm working with you. I hate the initiative, but you, I'm okay with. Just, that's like her saying she loves me.
I wonder if Reyes will come back. Did he send you an email or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't want to check my email in the game. I hate checking it in real life.
Oh.
Right now, I think my Gmail has 20,000 unread emails.
Yeah,
You should probably
I'm in a
delete that
similar boat.
account.
Sorry,
Start over.
82,573.
Oh no. I have like 4,500 and I thought I was out of control. Well, with that out of the way, it's time to blast off to our next planet. Yay! I want to call him Rex, but that's not his name. What's
I
the
know.
name of our
That's
Krogan?
in my brain. He is Rex.
He's Drac.
Yeah,
They're
so
very similar.
Drax tells us that the Krogan have settled on a planet named Eladaan, and we've been contacted by a Krogan named Jorgul Strux, who wants to meet us to talk about the situation going on there.
I laughed every time they say Jorgul Strux in this Joker.
So we fly down to the planet to meet Jorgul Strux. This planet is another desert planet, which I found a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. We've already had a desert planet.
It's true. Why do they keep doing There's got okay. We have jungle. Think about the classic like Mario or Mega Man. We have the ice stage. We haven't had a lava stage, so it should be, or sorry, larva. I don't know how you Americans say it. Larva.
Lava.
Larva.
Lava.
There's no R in the word, so it's definitely just lava.
Anyway,
Lava.
anyway, so we could have had a
Lava.
lava world, a cool like
Lava.
spurty lava world.
Well, we got
Yeah,
a desert
that's true.
world.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
your
this
classic
is a world...
desert planet. There's giant sandworms.
It does
We
have
already
giants.
did
It is more
that.
deserty than the other one. The other one is just like a bit deserty. This one's full on
Yeah.
Tatooine deserty. Or like, what's the planet known as Dune? It has a
Dune.
name.
It's called Dune.
Dune.
Oh, I thought it had a
Is it
second.
Arrakis?
Yes,
Arrakis. Caracas. Yeah.
Yeah, Arrakis, known as Dune.
This planet has it has some places where it has almost like slate, like little stones that you drive over, and I do like those portions.
There
I
are
don't know
lots
why.
of like bottomless pits that you can drive into, which sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Particularly
There are
when you
also
like to drive
those.
around with agility mode on at full speed all the time.
And you're just always going off cliffs.
Yep. And into bottomless pits.
Yeah. This world is too hot to enjoy much time out of your car, but we do land near a little town called Paradise.
Much like my body.
Oh,
You know,
Too
Vanessa,
hot
I've been
to
to
be out of
Too
this
Paradise.
car.
sexy for my pants. Too sexy
I've
for
been to
my
Paradise,
shirt.
Vanessa, but I've never been to me.
It hurts.
you've never what now?
I've never been to me.
Never been to me.
I've been to Paradise, but I've never been. And you know what? The listeners won't even get this. This is too.
It's fine.
deep
Take
a
me down to
cut.
Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Yeah, that's a better one.
So there's
Yeah,
no grass
so-
here because it is a desert.
No,
The sand is pretty.
it's just a little town. This is another planet that is mostly occupied by exiles. There's a woman named Ania who's an
Julie.
Angoran, and she runs the water dispensary. So she's kind of the big hotshot in town. And these scavengers just sound around talking about how they love to scavenge. And among
They're going a
them,
little
we
bonkers.
meet. It's full of what
Yeah,
now?
they all seem a little brain damaged from the sun.
Oh, they are. They are. There's even a quest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your Dr. Lexi calls you while you're walking around and says, "Hey, these people seem like messed up. Do you think you could scan them and see what's going on with them?" And if you scan enough of them, she conjectures that they are suffering from some kind of cryo sickness, which I guess explains. We have asked how all of these seemingly violent and antisocial people got chosen for this Nexus project. Something about being asleep for 600 years has done something to them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, meat will spoil after 600 years, and that is what has happened to these people's brains.
They have freezer burn.
This mission is fun because if you accidentally scan somebody that is not a scavenger, Sam will reprimand you.
I think
Oh,
Lexi.
does he? I
Pathfinder.
don't think I did that.
Pathfinder,
No, it's Lexi.
that is a
She's
god.
like, that's not a scavenger rider.
Yeah, whatever. They both sound British and annoying.
And also, they tell you to be like stealthy about it. But if you go right up to somebody and scan them, they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you pointing that thing at me?"
Yeah, you got to sort of like hide around the corners of crates and things like
I mean,
that.
you don't have to. You can
Yeah,
just
you don't
scan
have
them.
to. You can still do
I
that.
did not hide. I just walked into everybody and stuck my scanner in their face. Let me look at your brain.
And then Lexi comes up with an antidote that you can convince a scavenger to take because she thinks it's unethical to inject people without their consent.
I don't know. That's fair, but also these people are suffering from an affliction. Seems a little
Yeah.
wishy-washy. Seems a little ticky-tacky. Well, these people are clearly brain damaged from cryostasis, but we should probably let them choose whether they want to stay that way.
Yeah,
I don't
she
know.
doesn't believe in a vaccine mandate. She wants people to
Yeah.
have the right to choose. So we meet up with Jorgul Strux, and he tells us that the Krogan colony of New Tachanka is being led by Morda, and that she hates the Nexus and is planning some kind of action against them. And that we should go to the Krogan colony, check it out for ourselves, and while we're there, we should look for Ravener Brink. That's right, Jorgul Strux wants
Come
us to
on!
talk to Ravener Brink about Morda in New Tachanka.
We've hit the point in the Mass Effect game that we always hit where I feel so self-confident in my character's abilities to kill anybody that fucks with them that people like threaten or try to act like a tough guy to my Pathfinder. And I don't know, man. I just kind of laugh it off. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. I'll kill you. So I don't know. I'm the main character. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't win. Why don't you shut up and do what I say?
Have there been any games, like open world games, where once you reach a certain level, people just stop trying to like randomly attack you, like
Yeah.
highwaymen and things like
I
that?
mean, no, I don't know, probably, but it's a great idea because at some point you would think people would go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, like just
Skyrim would be
run
fun
when they
if
see you
just
coming.
start running away from you after like level 20.
Yeah, they should. I know some sort of MMOs do that, I think, where if you're a higher level than certain mobs,
probably.
they'll kind of run away from you.
Yeah.
It's not
But,
quite. It's not quite the same thing, but and I've seen this in other games. Like it happens, I think, in the Persona games, but in Dragon Quest VII, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined does that thing where if enemies are low enough level, weak enough, you can just one shot them in the overworld. Like Metaphor Refantasio did that, where you can just kill them in the overworld and not have to go into a turn-based combat scenario. And in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, they'll see you and they will turn and run, and it's pretty
Yeah.
funny chasing them down for those sweet class points or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'd like the next Elder Scrolls game to have that in it, instead of the highwaymen jumping out at you, maybe they jump out and then figure out who you are and just apologize and let you go on your way.
Yeah, that feels like something you should see in a Fable game. That popped into my head for some reason. Like Fable feels like a good franchise to have people like pop out and be like, "Sorry, governor."
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Do it. Get on it, game developers. So we hop into our car and head towards New Tachanka. If you're very clever, like me, you will do the pillars and activate the vault before you do anything else on this planet. Because unlike some other planets where it just makes a slight difference, this has the immediate effect of making the atmosphere totally fine for you. So you don't have to worry about overheating.
I did it this time after being harangued by you two for not doing it last time, so I did
It's
it.
just common sense.
Just make
Even
make
on the other planets
environment-
where it is not an immediate like total effect, there's still an immediate effect of making things way fucking easier. On Kadara, if you did it first, the water stopped poisoning you immediately.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It makes that search for bodies quest a lot
Yes.
easier. You just drive around and splash around and find them right away. Although there were some points on Kadara where there were like quests that involved the water or water purifiers, and the game didn't seem to acknowledge once you had like done the vault. It seems like there should have been an option in these quests to just show up and be like, oh, you guys are fighting over water? Don't worry about it. I fixed it. It's totally fine now. You can drink it.
I mean, I think there's a difference between shit.
And Matt has been replaced by Jim, who appears to have kicked him out once he rejoined the Zoom.
Did
Why
Jim
would you
kick
do
me
that?
from the fucking game?
Yeah, Jim
from the
kicked
chat?
you out of the chat.
Fuck you.
By rejoining the call. All right, we'll pretend you're not here. So once you do the vault, and as with Kadara, I don't have anything particular to say about this vault. I don't think anything special stood out to me. You can head
just a
on
vault.
over to meet
It
the
was annoying.
Krogan. So New Tuchanka is built sort of in the shadow and bowels of a large rock formation, so it's a little bit
cool.
cooler there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's cool and it's cool. It's neat.
It's cool and it's cool. The temperature is cool and it's also neat. And it's full of Krogans, which is nice because we all like the Krogans, don't we?
I love them. They're fun. Especially,
Yeah.
like, you get to talk to
That's
ones
it.
who are just, like, chill.
That's interesting to hear you say, because you have complained at length about Klingons and warrior races in general.
This is
I
what
was just
getting
going to say that Krogans
Okay.
are just Klingons, but they look like a frog.
But you
They
meet
look like a turtle.
you meet several this is the first time really where you meet several non-warrior Krogans, and you're like, you're not like the other Krogans.
Yeah. I thought
And
you were
one
going
of
to say
them's
several
like,
non-woke
what the fuck does
Krogans.
that mean? And the other guy's like, yeah, my parents said I was a Solarian in a Krogan body. But I like that they actually, this is the first time, because I hate the whole warrior race thing, and this is the first time they're like, maybe we shouldn't say that everyone of a particular race has the same personality, because one,
Yeah.
it's bad writing, and two, how would they make spaceships? Although I think they
Yeah,
did
listen,
it.
I watched, this is part of my level up. I watched Predator Badlands recently. I loved it. But also, that race, that species does not make sense. How do these people live?
Yeah.
Isn't it very easy to defeat a predator because all you have to do is lie down and be so weak that you're not good prey for them and they'll just pass you over?
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I
That's
personally
not
have to worry about
defeating.
predators.
That's not defeating a predator. That's not getting killed by one, which I guess is a kind of win, but
That's funny. Just like the predator's not threatening if you're just like not the predater's type.
you just
Yeah.
roll over onto your back so that your belly's exposed and the predators are like,
Yeah. It's like, they talk about fight, flight, or fawn, like, or freeze, they say now too. If you freeze or fawn, like the predator's just going to be like, whatever.
fawn?
Yeah, fawn, like, try to appease, praise, flatter the ego.
Like if you start saying like "Yes, Daddy" whenever he's chasing you.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
look at those muscles.
I love it.
Ooh.
You're such a good hunter, predator.
Want me to find
I'm
some
so
humans for you to
scared.
kill? I'll betray my race.
Yeah, you must be
Wow,
the
what the
best hunter
fuck?
in the world. I would love to see you take down a tiger. That's our fiercest animal, not humans. We're just soft little woobies. So we go to the colony. It is nice. I do also like that there are female Krogans in this game. In the original trilogy, we only got a little bit of them because their
got one.
society structure.
jo-
Yeah.
Well, there was one like who was like an actual character, and the rest were
Yeah,
like
who you could
dying
talk
or
to.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see Krogan women just kind of integrated into their society, including Morda, who is now in charge. So you can
And
go
what
to
a
the
mistake
throne
that
room.
turned out to be. Oof.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lady President. No, thank you. So you go talk to Morda. Morda is not a fan of the Nexus because they screwed the Krogan over during the rebellion.
Oh,
Yeah,
or the insurrection, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah. Basically,
Mutiny?
Kumail Nanjiani told the Krogan that if they fought for him, they would like have a voice in Nexus leadership and all of this stuff, and they woke them up out of stasis early to fight these exiles. And then when the Krogan were done, they were like, just kidding, what if you go back into like cryostasis, and also you can just labor for us because you're Krogans and we don't like you, you suck. So they left. They have made their own colony, and they're like, we don't need these other species anyway. And it seems pretty accurate because they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
But Brink is there, and I'm sorry, Ravnor Brink. I should use his full name, and he is debating with Morda about their position. She headbutts him. He skulks away and tells you to meet him by the gambling pits, which is a fun bullshit minigame for Johnny.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out where to cash in your tickets.
I think you just go to the guy who you bought it from,
Oh,
but
really?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
We go talk to Brink, and Brink tells us that Morda is going to build a bomb and attack the Nexus, and she's going to make it out of the drive core of this big crashed remnant ship that is on the planet. We might have spotted it on our way here. It's a lot like in Star Wars Episode 7. There's that big downed Star Destroyer just like sticking in the sand. It's basically that.
Yeah, it's fucking huge though. I don't know. I guess they did fly a spaceship through that thing, so it also was huge. This thing feels massive.
It is. It's a big old spaceship. So we decide to go and get
And it's
the
just
drive
like
core.
cubic, right? Like, are they Borgs? Is that what are they
We
called?
don't know.
Architects are?
The Remnant?
They're just Borgs?
The remnant. We don't know what their deal is, and we're gonna have to wait for Andromeda 2, I think, to learn more about them.
Spoilers for Andromeda 1, I guess. I guess we won't be learning about this.
Well, we'll learn some more. So we hop into our car and head on over towards the ship, which is crawling with scavengers. It's kind of fun. We get to drive our car like right into the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are scavengers who are kind of fighting each other, fighting some remnant machines. There's a whole sea of turrets that we have to drive through. I didn't find it difficult, though. I basically just like slammed on the gas and drove the car in as far as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm. I wonder
And
if
then got
if
out.
you're playing on the super difficult, because there's like hard and then two more above that, like expert and legend or something.
Yeah, it might be tricky.
It was fun
But
slamming the Tempest. Is it the Tempest?
No.
Or is it the ship?
The Tempest
Oh, I
is the
forget
ship.
what it's
The
called,
car is
actually.
called the...
Mako.
Nomad.
It was fun
Mako.
slamming the Mako straight through this fucking
Nomad.
ship. Just right up to the...
and then we have a Sudoku puzzle to do. And once we complete that, we're able to enter into the ship. The ship is empty and dead, and we reach the heart of it and find the drive core is not there.
The ship was definitely not empty and dead. It was absolutely loaded full of Krogans and Remnant fighting
Robots.
each other.
I thought
Now,
that
this
was...
drive
Well, I'm
core-
sorry, I meant like the core part of the ship after we do the puzzle and open the door.
Oh.
Now, Rogni Bloop did say that she was going to take the drive core and make it into a big bomb and explode the Nexus. So that's bad news.
Right. And he also said that she was trying to like blow her way into the side of the ship to access the drive core. But we get in there and the drive core is not there, and there's no evidence that she has managed to breach it. In fact, her Krogan were still outside, so we know she's still trying to get in, which leads us to the question of where is the drive core?
Uh-oh.
We find that there's a little side tunnel entrance that someone has come through, and we trace their path out of the ship. And once we're out, Sam is able to utilize his Sam powers to sort of track the drive core's signature across the desert, and it leads to the worst place on this planet, the worst thing any of us can think of, basically hell itself, the Flophouse.
Oh, so
I don't think that's
did the
correct.
Flophouse first.
Yeah, it does not lead you to the Flophouse. It leads you to another, like a crater area where a bunch of smugglers or whatever have set up shop. The Flophouse is a separate thing.
But it could be that if
this-
you haven't done the Flophouse, it leads you to the Flophouse.
Yeah,
did you-
maybe.
It led
Wow,
me to
you
the
sounded
crater.
so confident.
I mean,
Well,
I do
let me-
feel
Look
like
at
that's
you
definitely not what
now.
happened for me. And I can't imagine that crater that I went to otherwise was not. I mean, it was huge. Why would that not be where it was at? The Flophouse is just like one little.
Vanessa,
didn't
have you
have to
played
go-
this game before?
I have. I did go to the crater. I guess I was going to gloss over it, but once I got to the crater, the drive core wasn't there either. And then I had to go to a little cave that was next to the Flophouse. Did you guys not have to go to this cave?
You know, I don't know.
Aha!
And I can only tell you that I played a lot of this game, but I didn't play that part.
Right. So let's just
Sorry,
assume
listeners.
that I'm correct here. And
That cave, I did see that cave, and there was nothing to do there, so I didn't go in. But that cave is
Ye-
there.
that's where I found this little crate. In the cave at the Flophouse. But I'll Google it just to be sure.
So the Flophouse is also a separate mission because you hear about this place where all the different gangs of scavengers are like basically fighting and living, and you're like, okay, this is a Mass Effect game. There's probably going to be like the diplomatic way to deal with the scavengers and kind of get them to be friendly with the colony, or there's going to be like the sneaky stealth way where you like sneak your way in and you don't harm anybody and you just grab the thing, or like somehow steal the thing so they're less powerful and we can then you would diplomatically solve it, or if you're really bad, kill them all. They
Right.
kind of just skipped those other two options and just went, the only thing you can do is kill them all. And I felt very uncomfortable with Lilian being like, these people are all criminals and scum and all they deserve is death. And the Pathfinder's like, yes, let's kill all these people without talking to them.
I think that if you ever encounter anyone associated with the Flophouse, you should just assume that they are the worst people you've ever met, and
Not Elliot
I
Kalin. He's a delight.
Wow, what the fuck?
I won't
Vanessa?
advocate violence against them. But I'm just saying the game is warning us that that's the kind of people those guys are.
Did you watch that one of the Netflix seasons of Mystery Science Theater where he was playing one of those guys from the future or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I did.
that was
Yeah.
pretty fun. I liked Elliot's
Yeah,
little
that was
cameo on
fun.
that.
Yeah, I think I did. I think so. So I have looked at a walkthrough, and I believe that it is a case of both Matt and I being correct, but me being more correct. Matt is correct that you first trace the drive core to a crashed shuttle with a dead Krogan and several scavengers and a initiative shipping crate. We find out that the Krogans were killed by an explosion, and their throats were slit by behind as well, or from behind. And
That
the drive
seems
core has
excessive.
been-
I don't think you need to kill somebody via explosion and cutting their throats.
Yeah, apparently.
Also, I have also looked up an article, and it does imply that the Flophouse has nothing to do with this mission because it is not mentioned once in the walkthrough. You have to go to a cave. Like it's in a cave.
But I think you have to go through the Flophouse area to get to that cave and like
The
fight
cave
first
is
wave.
right next to and part of the Flophouse
According to this walkthrough that I'm
complex.
looking at right now.
Well, according to this walkthrough, it says a new nav point has been added to the east inside Scavenger Flophouse Misery region.
Yes.
The locked area is behind a locked door at the back of a cave just southwest of the Scavenger Flophouse Misery. Go down into the Scavenger Flophouse Misery to get to the locked door.
I'm sorry, Vanessa, your mic cut out. Can we just move on from this?
Yeah, I would love to, actually. So we enter this cave, which is, as everyone knows, adjacent and part of the Flophouse Misery complex. And in fact, if you walk around the Flophouse Misery after you have killed everyone in there, you can find some data pads that reference the cave and activities going on inside it. And I think that if you didn't get the passcode from the crashed ship somehow, you can find it here. Then you enter into the cave and secure the drive core. Yeah.
Can we
did
talk about the
it.
Flophouse itself, which is the worst mission that we've experienced in this game so far?
I would love to talk about how terrible the Flophouse is.
Well, I'm talking about the mission in the game.
Oh,
And you're a
Then,
hater. Yeah, it's awful. It is waves and waves and waves and waves and waves of enemies. That the mission makes you stand in one place to hack things for long periods of time. And if you die, it makes you start the whole fucking thing over. And I died 30 times.
And you can't save.
No.
You cannot save during that whole thing.
Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
save during active missions. Manual
Yeah,
save.
I don't know if we've ever really talked about this mechanic where it will sort of make a white circle on the ground and you have to stay inside that circle while Sam completes some kind of hacking. And usually it gives you a little bit of cover in the circle, but not very much.
Every Destiny 1 and 2 mission had a point where this happens.
Interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of connection. So we clear out the Flophouse if we haven't done it already. Might as well, since you're there. Secure the drive core and also find evidence that maybe not everything is as it seems, because someone took this drive core before we ever got there, and that someone was Ravnor Brank himself.
What?
Gasp, shock, horror.
So
we
what
had-
does that mean?
Well, it means that Ravnor Brank has been playing us this whole time. We head back to the Krogan colony to confront Ravnor Brank, and we do it right in front of Morta. We swag on in, and Morta's like, "What the heck is going on? I heard that you went to go get the drive core. I was really trying to get that so I could power the Krogan colony, and we wouldn't have to worry about our power supply because we're just trying to survive here." And we tell her, well, Ravnor Brank said you were going to make a bomb. And Morta says, well, Ravnor Brank told me that you guys were trying to destroy the Krogan colony. Turns out Ravnor Brank is just a little shit who's been telling lies to everyone he possibly can.
God damn it, Ravnor.
So Morta says, listen, you got the drive core. That's great. How about you give it to me? You give it to your nice Krogan auntie, Morta, and then we be friends. Krogan and Nexus friend again. Everything okay. And Sam pops into your head and is like, Pathfinder, traditionally given the Krogan unchecked access to technology has not worked out very well, so you might want to think about this before you do it. And to sweeten the deal, Morta says, you give me the drive core, I'll let you have a little colony here, right where we are. You can put a colony right in our backyard. Won't that be nice?
Yeah, I'd love to
Matt,
be friends with the
What did you
Krogan.
decide to do?
What
did he decide to do?
I won the game by being the best Pathfinder,
Right.
and that's.
What's happened here is that Matt stopped listening to what I was talking
I
about,
did.
and so
I
he has
totally-
no idea what the context of the question is.
I
Did
assume that we're
you-
talking about the end of the mission with the Drive Corps, where we go back and confront Morta.
Yes.
I think that they fought. They definitely fought Morta and the guy that tricked us.
Ravnar Brank.
Yep, I'm not. Come on.
Don't make
The
him say
one
it.
toad man and the turtle woman fought. And I think the turtle woman won and then was very thankful and was like, cool, I hate you, but I'll let you have a colony here. And I was like, that's awesome. I want a colony here because I'm the Pathfinder.
Yes, I also,
And also,
gave
my
her the...
plan is to reintegrate the exiles into the Nexus for when I eventually kill Kumail Nanjiani and take over as the head of the Nexus, because I assume the game will let me do that. And if it does not, I will be legitimately extremely disappointed because he sucks and Sarah Ryder should be the leader of this expedition. She's the most qualified. It's a meritocracy, and she's the one who kills the most people the bestest.
She should be
that
like the
means she's
empress
the best.
Yeah.
of space.
Yes.
Space Empress.
Yes. Yes.
And Johnny, I think, admitted
PB
that
and
he
Suvi
did...
are her concubines.
Oh, no.
Why, I
That
don't know.
he didn't quite play this far, right, Johnny?
No, but I'll catch up. I promise.
That's okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
I can't remember
Johnny,
what it was that, maybe you can remind me, what was it that prompts them to fight? He had you find some data, right? That he had some back deal he was going to sell it or something?
I did go through all of this, when you weren't listening, so I don't think I need to repeat it for the
Scrolling
listener.
Reddit for a minute, like I can take a break. Sometimes I need a little mental break in the middle of the podcast
Johnny, you said that you
to
did...
fume over my defeat over the Flophouse
I know.
situation.
Johnny, you said you did Drax side quest, right?
I did.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. Because
Did you kiss him?
Well, no, and I
His
don't.
big old
Vanessa
toad
had like a
lips?
sort of date option with Drax. I haven't unlocked that yet. So
It's Drac, not Drax. Drax is a character in Guardians of the Galaxy who does not understand
I
sarcasm.
was thinking of Drax from Moonraker,
kind of like Jim Banks. Hey, Jim,
the
your hair looks
hottest
great
Bond
tonight.
villain.
Hey,
Drax
thanks,
from
man.
Moonraker. Anyway, so me and Drac, we're talking. He's like, "Yeah, I don't think my granddaughter, what's her name, Hesh."
Oh my
Hesh.
God, that's right. These people talk about their fucking kids and their grandkids so much. I feel like I'm sitting in a retirement home in Florida, and I am in Florida, so I'm pretty close.
And he's like, yeah, so Hesh is really not getting along with his coworker. He seems to be like sabotaging her. And it turns out that's pretty literal. Like you find out that he's been smuggling stuff, and you can confront him with it. And he's like, you know what? You don't know what's going on. I'm helping these people because they were exiled wrongly, and I want them to be okay. So like, really, I'm the good guy here. But you also find out like he hates Krogans and is like super space racist. And then there's a
Spacist.
colony ship on New Tachanka that got stolen that had a seed vault for all the plants that the Krogan need to like be healthy and thrive, and especially for the kids. And it was stolen by pirates, and so we go chase it down. But it wasn't stolen by pirates; it was stolen by Steven Crowder or whatever his name is, Spender.
Yep, Steven Crowder.
Crowder.
Space Steven Crowder Spender was the one that did it, but he's not there. But it's a real good like rainy battle area. That's a really cool planet. I want to be on this planet. This planet's awesome. And
Johnny's only
meanwhile-
happy when it rains.
Yeah, exactly. And it turns out that this friend of Drac, this younger Krogan, is also stuck on this planet. He's not really a warrior. He's real into like botany and stuff. He's there because he was on the ship and stowed away in a crate, and they're trying to get to him. So you got to rescue this guy because he's the only one who knows how to plant stuff. I guess that they're mostly a warrior race, but there's one or two guys who aren't interested in being warriors, and he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The best part of this mission is that there's this guy who looks. He has very similar face model but different skin tone to Reyes. I was like, is that Reyes? That's not Reyes. But he has like makeup and stuff on, so you can tell it's a different person.
Yeah.
And you so this guy Drac hates because he's another space racist, and you gotta chase him through the facility.
Spacist.
And he's racist maxing.
You rescue. I can't remember. Do you remember the name of the nephew? It's like Nesh or something.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Let's call him Nesh, and he's adorable. And
I love
species
Nesh.
mogging, I think, Jim, is what you meant to say.
And Nesh,
and while you're
also...
rescuing Nesh, he also says, "If I don't make it, tell Kesh I love her." And Drac is like, "What?"
Yeah, he's real upset. He's like, back in my day, we would do, like, young people would do this whole elaborate courtship ritual and not just start dating. And he was very upset by that, and he's, like, giving him a hard time. Nesh grabs what I would call, not Schrodinger's gun. Who's the guy who has the gun? You know, like the gun.
Chekhov?
Chekhov's gun,
yeah.
He grabs Chekhov's weird plant with gas tendrils around it.
Yeah.
And so then the bad guy is holding, at the end, the bad guy turns up. He's not dead. He hasn't escaped. He's still there. And he goes up behind Nesh and is like, if you don't let me go, I'm going to kill this guy. You're all going to die. And Nesh is like, not so fast, and he squishes the plant, and it, I guess, freezes the guy because he's not dead. And then Drac picks up the guy and holds him by his little tootsie wootsie, and is like, tell me everything you need to know. And he's like, I have so much that I can tell you. And I'm like, I don't care what you do. Honestly, like, do what you gotta do. And Drac's like, oh, so I can drop him then? And you're like, yeah. That's okay. And he drops him and dies. That guy dies.
Whoa.
In a real Disney villain death. And then Ryder and Drac high five, and then they kiss. No, that last part didn't happen.
Yeah, I enjoyed the dangle. It's very Batman. Like, it's very Batman coded to me to like dangle a criminal over
Especially
the
it's
edge
like
of a
in
ledge.
a thunderstorm at night.
Mm-hmm. But I did say, well, we should keep him alive so he can testify against Spender. And so I did not drop him, but I did high five Drac, and then we kissed.
Oh, that's good. So how did you get like because you can't actually romance Drac, but there is an option to flirt with him, and I haven't been able to find that.
It only popped up once, and it was quite near the end of the game. So,
okay.
I think just keep playing. You'll have an opportunity to meet him at a bar for a drink, and then after that, you can ask him about it.
Now that reminds me a bit of, it was in Dragon Age 1. There's that dwarf who's drunk all the time, and you can sort of romance him, but he's too drunk and just passes out.
Varric?
No, not
Dragon Age
Varric.
1.
It was the original dwarf. Ogden. Yeah.
Yeah. David Ogden Steers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my hazy recounting of a pretty good, like these loyalty missions. I think maybe they did them first. They're just polished and well done.
I also like them. We were going to talk about Liam's this week, but once again, neither of these guys have managed to do it. Nope.
Talk about it. I can't make it pop. It's not going to fucking pop. What do you want from me? I can't make it happen.
It's gonna happen. We have
I am
2 more
three-quarters
episodes
of the
to
way
go.
through this game.
Yeah,
it's not
I'll
happening.
do it. I'll make it pop.
Vanessa gave me all this information on how to make this thing happen. I went to every place everybody told me. I looked the mission up online. I have completed all the prerequisite missions. I've read all the emails. I've gone to all the bars. I've talked to Liam in the ship a dozen times. It's not happening. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe it's a time thing.
Yeah,
That doesn't make
sometimes you have
sense.
to
I've
do
put more
like
time
a
into the game
little-
than either of you. I've beat the game already.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to do a little mission in between something for something else to happen. So if you were trying to do it all at once, that could be the problem.
Can I talk about one other mission?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Real fast. It's a mission called Contagion. Have either of you done
yeah.
this mission? This one's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
The missions in this game blend together in my head like nothing because, frankly, this game.
Okay,
ain't
this
much.
is a Nexus mission, and one of the was it the oh no, it's the doctor. So the doctor had an assistant who's also like an Apex agent, and he unfroze his aunt, Crazy Aunt Eartha, and Crazy Aunt Eartha unfortunately was suffering from TH314, which is like space COVID, and it's super deadly. It's super deadly space COVID. And he didn't know she had TH314 because it doesn't appear on like medical scanners, and he bypassed like the strict protocol to screen everyone deeply before they get into the program.
Wait, you mean it's like COVID and that it was released by the Illuminati on
Yeah.
purpose?
Exactly.
the
Plandemic.
Space Illuminati.
Yeah.
And so this. Oh yeah, Jim, could you help me by if you feel there's any Gen Z terms that could help more of our audience
Oh, yeah.
understand this?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Crazy Aunt Eartha is walking around. She's got this thing, and there's 3 stages to the disease. Stage 1, you have lots of fun. And it's like dormant. Stage 2 is it starts getting active and you get really paranoid. Stage 3,
Whoa.
it's just
So
you
get,
and me.
you get, what's a good? Oh no, keep going. Sorry.
So stage 3 is just you and me transmitting it because it's super lethal to all alien races. So it's real bad, and they really don't want it to infect an Angaran colony because they have no defenses against it.
So they're contagious maxing.
Yeah. So you got to like track down using Sam's like psychic remnant, like where he remembers that people were there based on probability matrices and stuff, or security cameras. And so you can sort of follow her around and see what she did and who she talked to. And everyone's like, oh yeah, she was just here. She didn't seem that great. She seemed sweaty and nervous. And you're like, uh-oh, she's getting to stage 2. And then you find a guy at the docking bay, and he has a head wound because she like clunked him on the head and stole a shuttle.
Oh no.
Whoa, sounds like all these people are getting mogged by this sick lady.
Yeah, they are getting cucked by her power. And but he did manage to damage the ship before she stole it, so it's emitting a trail. And I thought like I had to scan for this trail. I spent like 20 minutes, but then I just realized, oh no, it's there. If you go to the galactic map, there's just a nav point you can go to there to follow it. So I went on the galactic map and followed it, and you go from like point to point detecting this trail, and then eventually she crashed on Kadara. And so you go to where she, you go to where her ship crashed, and she's not there, but it looks like there's Angaran footprints around the ship. And uh-oh. So you follow these footprints and follow them, and then you finally get to a Rokar base where there is no choice but to kill everybody once again.
As always.
And you get to the top, and this guy comes out. He's the Rokar leader, and he's got her there in his clutches, and he's like, "We figured it out. We'll get rid of the Milky Way races forever. We've got the virus, and we are immune. Stupid. Yeah, this doesn't affect people from Andromeda, only people from the Milky Way, you morons." And he's like, "What? Well, so you let me go, and I'm gonna run away, or you have to kill her, or if you try to take it from the virus from me, I'm gonna kill her.
Whoa.
And I'm like, and Sam's like, well, probably the virus portion he has is no good and won't do anything anyways. But I didn't want to take. I'm not taking any risks. I said at the beginning of this mission that stopping the contagion is more important than anything else. So I shot him, and he shot her. Everyone's dead. Crazy Aunt Eartha, super dead. And
Wow.
that's how How did you solve this, Vanessa?
I let him go. I was like, take your dumb little sample. It's all degraded anyway. And then I put Crazy Aunt Eartha back into cryostasis with the hope that someday we might be able to cure her terrible disease.
That's lovely and noble.
Well, maybe, but I did have to think about that one, because this is one where it wasn't totally clear what the right thing to do was.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
since Sam-
kill all the kittens or send the kittens to college. It wasn't one of those
Yeah,
choices.
yeah. I mean, college is tough too, so, maybe they don't want to go. Maybe they want to go to trade school.
Well, you shouldn't kill them. That's the point.
Right.
But I did.
It's sort of a little bit related to that. There's a quest on, what did I say this colony or this planet was called? Eladaan, where you find bodies of scavengers.
It's definitely Aladdin.
Eladaan, where you find scavengers' bodies, and they
Don't you
appear to
dare
have just
close your
dropped
eyes.
dead. And you scan them and find that they have died of some kind of disease, and you have to scan enough of them to triangulate the source, and you realize that they have been eating radioactive meat. So we track some radioactive space monsters to a place where someone has dumped a whole bunch of radioactive material, and you neutralize it.
I think that's the plot to an episode of Community.
Is it?
Well, it's tainted military ration taco meat.
Oh.
It's a very
Legitimately
silly
one of the
episode.
best episodes of television ever made.
Yeah, it's really fun. That's a weird sitcom.
Other notable side quests. There's a woman in a hole. Y'all find this woman in a hole?
Yaddle?
No.
She's a holy woman. In one of
Yaddle?
these,
Is it Yaddle?
Is it Yaddle?
in one of these sinkholes, you find this woman named Nora Tallis, whose shuttle has just
Not Yaddle.
fallen into the sinkhole. And some scavengers have taken her thruster, so you just have to go get it. But I thought this was kind of fun because you do have all of these sinkholes all over the planet. Some of them you can fall deep into, but some of them you just fall halfway into. And as you're driving around, you start hearing a radio signal that goes, "Hello? I'm in a hole. Hello?" and that was kind of fun.
Yaddle lived in a
And
hole
then-
for 50 years, Vanessa.
I know. That was her home. Because someone stole her thruster.
Yeah, Johnny, that's called a home. Jeez.
Home is
How'd
where
you like
the
it if I
hole
came into
is.
your house and called it a hole? Johnny lives in a hole.
Well, hobbits live in a hole.
Yeah.
And I
And they
have
love
30
it.
feet. And I'm short.
Yeah. And they don't admit anyone into their hole except on party business.
That's what they call it. Hey, want some 11sies?
There's also a little quest.
Hey, boy, I'm here for second breakfast. Johnny's laughing, but he's also turned on.
Yeah.
There's a little quest dealing with the water supply that this Angora is running out of paradise.
Oh, yeah, you can run her out of town.
You can run her right out of town. Basically, go and break into her office and figure out where she's getting her water from. And you head out there and realize she's found this underground lake that she's been tapping. And once you are done investigating it, she'll show up and say, listen, my brother and I found this a long time ago. When the scavengers showed up, he wanted to just give them water, but then they killed him. So now they respect me because I'm the only one who can provide them with water, and I get to control this planet. So how about you just forget what you saw here and go away?
Yeah, right.
And I, of course, am a good girl, so I said, no, water's a human right, and everyone should have it. And I'm going to drive you out of town and give the water to the Nexus.
Yeah, only the humans get the water. That's
so they can
what
give it to
Vanessa
the
is saying.
humans, because I'm a proud member of Cerberus. So I did drive her out of town, but she was not happy about it. She did try to fight me, and I had to kill her. Did you do that one too, Matt?
Yeah, I did, and I did the same thing. I don't have much to add there. I was not going to side with the water hoarder. And also, she was an asshole, so fuck her. And she gets replaced by a bunch of straight-edge dorks from the Nexus, which, frankly, are not much better. We're going to make this place so
Did
cool
you
and
do the-
egalitarian. Fuck off.
I didn't do that this playthrough, but I did last playthrough, the new Tachanka. Like, you have to help settle the rivalries between clans, you gotta lure some animals in. It was a real KOTOR style mission. I like this one.
Yeah, you have to lure the animals and then go help them fight them in the special arena. Because they like to solve their problems by fighting side by side. And there's nothing wrong with a shared goal.
I didn't do this. I have nothing to add.
Did you do any other quests that you want to tell us about, Matt?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a couple of weeks since I did this chunker, and I don't really remember anything you have not brought up. There's a lot of annoying side quests that are like, go here and get the thing. Nothing stands out to me, though.
Well, that's okay. Then let's talk about what we're going to do next time. Next time, of course, we're going to do Liam's special quest, as we are always going to do next time. We are also going to go to the planet H-047, lowercase c, and complete the Archon's ship mission. The planet and the ship shouldn't take very long, so you should have some time to do some other fun companion quests.
You can't make me do this. I don't like these people, and I don't care about them, and I won't.
They're fun, good little quests, though.
You don't like Vetra and
Don't
her
believe you.
sister.
What about PB? I know you like PB.
I mean, I have been slowly doing PB's stuff for sure.
Yeah, you have.
All right, you got me there.
Yeah.
I'll do PB's. I will continue PB's quest.
All right.
Every time I get on that ship, PB's like, hey, why don't we turn this gravity off and bang? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's
Hey,
go for
my
it.
name's
How would
PB
you-
too, but it
how would
stands
you
for
thrust
Pussy
in-
Buster.
Can you thrust in zero gravity, like physically? Like, can
Well,
you?
they're women, so they don't need to thrust.
Well, sure
sorry.
they can.
I guess they could.
They could if they wanted to, but it probably wouldn't be enjoyable for either of them.
Remember in
I don't. Hey,
Revenge of the Nerds?
I
where-
may play as a lesbian in this game, but I don't know how it works.
Oh, it's called tribadism, and just look it up.
Is that a real thing that you just said to me? Tribadism?
It might be.
I don't know. I'm not going to look it up, though.
It sounds right.
Jim's like, I like the sound of it.
Let's look up the walkthrough and see who's right on this one.
Yeah. Let's go to the Google. All right, so next time we'll do planet H-047, lowercase c.
Can we just call it Planet Helen?
Okay, Helen. The Archon ship and Liam's special quest.
And Planet
It's
Helen.
not happening. It's not happening.
For Vanessa's skin corner, I would like to hear about how much skin you did or did not see of Reyes, Johnny.
None. There's just a little smooch and a fade out on the balcony. There was no,
Wow.
you didn't see any P's or V's or insertion or anything.
Or A's or B's.
Yeah, no A's even. No
Oh,
T's.
terrible.
Oh, no T's. Wow.
For Vanessa's Skin Corner, I did do the Liam side quest where he and Jal get naked together. And I did see Jal's butt. And also, I just want to say for the record, naked Angarans, ugh.
Does Jal have butt cheeks?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But those tentacles on the side of his head like connect to his pecs in a gross way. It is not pleasant.
It looks like a very prominent low collarbone. And then he sort of has a concave chest underneath it.
I find the
I
idea of an
think the
alien
robe
with butt
I'm
cheeks
thinking
like
of is a
really
house coat.
disturbing.
What? Why? You don't think Predator has butt cheeks?
No, well,
does
Predator's
he poop
different
from?
because that's obviously just like a guy in a costume, but like this is to just come into contact with an alien species and they just happen to have butt cheeks.
You don't
like,
think-
does that
you don't
lend
think,
itself to the idea of a creator that something so random could happen that two species in a universe could have butt cheeks?
Do you
He's gotta
think
sit on
Predator would be
things.
better if they patted his butt and gave him like a big butt?
Oh, like a big old fucking thick butt.
Yeah.
Ooh, like a tactical butt.
Would you
Yeah.
like that game
Tactical
better if- or that movie series better?
He's
if he had a
butt
big
maxing.
butt?
Well, all bipedal animals have a butt.
Butt is legs.
Yeah, but why would it have to be in the same place?
It's true.
Because that's where the legs meet.
But that doesn't. Is that good?
I mean, I think
know
that
if
you're
that's
making
optimal.
assumptions about Jal's butt. He does have butt cheeks, but that's not necessarily where he defecates from.
I guess
true.
you could just evolve.
Where do you think he
like
defecates from? Like out of those tentacles on his face?
maybe he doesn't defecate at all.
Maybe he doesn't
Think about
defecate
that?
at all.
Yeah. So they're just vanity
Yeah,
cheeks.
maybe
then.
it's like
They're not even protecting
bioelectricity
anything, they're just vanity
defecation.
cheeks.
Maybe that's their poop.
the
Yes.
vestigial
Is
cheeks.
their poop.
I think Matt is absolutely right. They convert excess matter into bioelectricity and shoot it out.
Ugh. Oh.
He's just been pooping all over everyone all the time.
Oh yeah, didn't we say on like a week or two ago that he was pooping batteries?
That's
I
right.
can't
That's
be
just my
asked to
head
remember
canon.
what we said a week or two ago.
I do remember this. We said that his back opened up like a little doll with a battery
Oh,
thing, and then we take it out. Maybe that's the thing on his chest. It's like where the batteries are housed.
Oh yeah.
You can fit 2 big Duracells in there.
I mean, you could
Those
definitely
are.
fit some batteries
You think
in those
those are
fucking neck
double
tentacles.
A's or C's or what do you think he's packing?
D's for sure. Listen
Yeah.
to
D's,
Dick.
double D's.
Johnny, did you want to talk more about gambling for your bullshit minigame corner?
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you watch the fight, basically there's these two. What are they? Arnars or whatever they're called. It's a dog fighting thing, and you watch them fight, and one of them wins, but they aren't like color coded, so you can't tell which one wins. So I don't know if I won or not.
It's basically a coin flip.
Yeah, I feel like there is an achievement associated with this, so I probably didn't win.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this week's Codex. Except to talk about what we are squarely against. Jim, why don't you go first? What are you squarely against?
Sure. Actually, I'm roundly for listening to you guys talk about the game. I haven't been able to experience it myself, but I do find talking or listening to you guys talk about it very soothing.
Oh,
It's like I'm right there playing it with you.
it's like we're an ASMR podcast just for Jim.
Yeah. John, what are you squarely against?
I'm roundly for finally Krogan's having non-warrior Krogans, and like Nash or whatever his name is real doofy and like trips and falls, and I took a screenshot of him tripping and falling and looking adorable. It's great. So I'm roundly for non-warrior warrior race characters. What about you, Matt?
I'm roundly for Eladaan. I thought it was a fun planet. I enjoyed zipping around in my car, and I did like that big old remnant ship. Like, it was cool. Just visually, it was neat. And yeah, that's it.
I think this game does get a little samey, but it still has some things to offer.
Yep.
And I am squarely against having another desert planet. I just want a little bit of more variety, and 2 deserts seems a little bit lazy because, as we've talked about, it's kind of easy to fill space in your ice worlds and your desert worlds. Kadara was
You can
nice
have a
change.
water
I do think it's
planet.
a little.
And turn the Nomad into like a boat mode, like a James Bond thing.
Ah, that would be awesome.
Ooh. Or a
water planet
submarine.
with, yeah, with like little islands that you have to go in between. I would love that. Water world. Water world.
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner drinks his pee.
That's what I was gonna say.
All right. With that out of the way, why don't we jump into the level up? And I'm going to just call on Jim to go first because he hasn't had an opportunity to share a lot this episode.
Sure. I went and saw a movie this past weekend called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Ooh, how was that?
It was awesome. We thought it was super fun. Amanda and Jay and I went and saw it, and it's just super fun. There's a lot of laugh out loud stuff that happens in it. It's really kind of a zany movie. The premise of it is a guy goes into a diner and says that he's from the future and that he has I think it's 6 or 8 hours to stop an oncoming AI apocalypse, and there's statistically the right combination of people in this diner that he needs to recruit to do it. And so he has to kind of pluck people from this diner and then get them to this other place to stop this apocalyptic AI from being created. It's really funny and weird, and Sam Rockwell is really good in it. And yeah, it's a good time at the movies. And what else? I think that's wait, I just finished a game the other night called Cresol. It's like a first-person shooter horror game.
No, I was calling that Chrysobel earlier.
It was kind of like BioShock, very BioShocky, but it's Spanish religious themed, and your ammo is from your blood, so you're you have to, when you reload your guns, it takes away from your health, so you have to kind of balance how much you're going to shoot versus how much health you have. So it's got kind of an interesting mechanic there. It's not super long. It's maybe 5-6 hours, but it's pretty fun. It's a cool little shooter that's really cool to look at, and it's not super innovative or unique, but it's a fun game. I think it actually was published by Blumhouse Games. The horror production company. They have a little games division. Their first game I didn't like. I tried it on stream a couple times and I thought it was really boring. Do you remember that Fear the Spotlight game I tried a couple times, Vanessa? Mm-hmm. I think you were on those streams and we're all this is really boring. You're dodging this guy with a spotlight head. It's really there wasn't much to it, but I really like this one. So and I got it. And Chronos: The New Dawn, which I already had, but it came in the bundle for $15 on Steam. So it's kind of a steal. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. Matt, how did you level up?
Hey, I finally watched that new Predator movie, Predator Badlands. I really wanted to see it in theaters and didn't manage to find the time. And I finally watched it last weekend and really enjoyed it. It's a good fun time at the movies. I thought it got a little silly at the end. Where things were just kind of working really perfectly. That didn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
It felt like a Star Wars movie, kind of
It very much, and in fact, that is exactly how I described it myself. It does feel a lot like a Star Wars movie, and that is not a complaint. It is good, fun, and I really liked it a lot. It is definitely an action adventure type movie. I really appreciated the fact that they did not try to use some sci-fi movie excuse to allow us to hear the Predator in English, and instead he spoke in his own language the whole time. the Predator as a concept is very silly to me, and they've always been kind of like the original Predator is barely a horror movie, right? It is. There's like a lot of horror elements, but it's an action.
It's
movie
more
with Arnold
about
Schwarzenegger.
dudes flexing. Like that's kind of what Predator's about.
And they kind of weirdly have never been able to figure that out. But I feel like with this new one, I felt like they really kind of finally nailed something that worked for it, which is basically like making a Star Wars movie. Like,
Yeah.
and it was great. Like I really enjoyed it overall. And that is that's about it for me. That's how I love. That Night of the Seven Kingdoms wrapped up. It was only 6 episodes, and it was fantastic. Anybody that is curious about that, go check that show out. It is so good. I loved it, and kind of I think I mentioned that last week. So anyway, that is how I leveled up. What about you? Which one of these two people looking at their phones should I call on? Vanessa, because Johnny is very clearly indicating with his eyes that I should not call on him. Vanessa, how did you level up?
Thanks for asking. I went to see a comedy show. I went to see a
Joe Rogan.
How was Joe Rogan?
It wasn't Joe Rogan. It was a square-jawed white man.
Tim
Jimmy
Dillon.
Carr.
No, none of those. This is someone who you're probably familiar with from his co-hosting of the Off Menu podcast.
Jordan Peterson.
Or perhaps his Traders After Show that he does, where he talks about episodes of the Traders and what happens on them.
Nobody is familiar with a Trader's
Does
After
he
Show.
podcast about Taskmaster?
He does do a podcast about Taskmaster, and
Was he or was he not a contestant on Taskmaster?
he was a contestant on Series 9 of Taskmaster. And his name's Ed Gamble. And I went to go see his comedy show in a comedy club in the United States of America. And it was pretty fun because I don't think that he is playing that small rooms comedy club kind of places in the UK. But he hasn't quite penetrated the US market in a big way yet, so it was a good opportunity to see a comic who you otherwise wouldn't be able to see in an intimate venue. And it was a very, I would say, classic comedy show. He is a classic stand-up in that he stands up and he tells jokes and is funny. He's not one of your, newfangled modern political comedians, or a character comic, or someone doing something very personally vulnerable with the format or something. It's just a good
Did he have any
old-fashioned-
props?
He didn't have any props, but he did. He
Any
was
puppets or
no
any
puppets.
Like
No, he did do some physical comedy of like sort of bending over. At one point, he kind of waved his hand to mimic his anus, saying that it was very loose after he had done some poppers. So there was that kind of thing. I would say it was an adult kind of show. Johnny's looking confused because he believes Ed Gamble to be a straight man and doesn't understand why he was talking about doing poppers and loose anus. And that was, in fact, the premise of the joke, that when he was a teenager, he and his friends would do poppers and thought they were very cool because they were doing hardcore drugs and did not realize that they were primarily used by the gay community as a muscle relaxant ahead of anal sex. Now Johnny is nodding, he is smiling, he is satisfied with my explanation. So that's how I leveled up. Anything else? No. I've done nothing else except continue to play the new Animal Crossing update, although I might be verging on done-ish because I have kind of retooled my island and tried the new content, and I even... Oh, this is shameful. But if I can't admit it on a publicly available podcast, where can I admit it? I bought an amiibo.
What?
I bought a Princess Zelda amiibo because there's this new Zelda items and stuff in Animal Crossing, and you can only get them if you scan the little Zelda amiibo, and I wasn't going to, and I was like, oh, I'm enjoying this free update. No, it wasn't free. It was a trick by Nintendo to get me to buy one of their stupid little amiibos, so I bought it. I scanned it. I probably shouldn't even bother taking it out of the package. I probably could have just scanned it through the package and sent it back. But now I have this little Zelda doll. I don't really care about Zelda. Maybe with this new game.
I told you to buy the cute Link because you would enjoy it, and instead you were like, I'll get the cheapest fucking thing available.
I did, and it was Princess Zelda in her... what was the one called? Windwalker?
Oh, Wind Waker's the best Zelda.
No, it wasn't Wind Waker. It was whatever the new one was. Breath of the Wild. It's Princess Zelda in her little Breath of the Wild outfit. So I'm hoping that with the results of this vote, I'm going to try my very hardest to play this whole Legend of Zelda game, and maybe I will warm up enough to the series that I will be happy to have this Zelda amiibo in my house. I'm not quite ready to get rid of it because I am thinking about moving the special Legend of Zelda deer animal into my island and getting rid of Pietro the Clown. But I love Pietro the Clown, but I already have so many of his personality type, and I don't
That's
have
not
a
a
Snoopy,
natural...
which is what this deer is.
That's not a natural animal color. I thought that was part of your...
He's a natural color. He's wearing makeup, and that is okay. Also, I like him because he creeps other people out. I like him, and I like Lucky the dog because they're two villagers that creep out other people who come to visit me.
What's the name of the dog?
Lucky. Lucky the dog is perpetually wrapped in bandages, except for one exposed glowing yellow eye.
Oh, that one, the weird mummy dog. Yeah. Yeah, we found a dog had been hit by a car, and took care of it, and she lived with us for several years.
That is Lucky.
Yeah.
And that's how I leveled up. What about you, Johnny?
Well, I watched some Dropout. There's a new show on Dropout that I do. It's coming March 20th or something, and it's like got puppets. It's sort of Muppet-like. It looks real wild and crazy. It's like this English adult Muppet show sort of thing. Looks interesting. Anyway, but I watched lots of actually, because I really like that show, and I hadn't seen most of the Mike Trapp stuff, so I've been going through all the Mike Trapp.
Oh, really? That's great.
I like Iffy and Brian better, but that's what I started with, I guess.
Huh. Yeah, I like Mike. I like the Mike Trapp stuff more. If he's fine, but he feels stiff to me.
I think it depends on who the guests are. Sometimes Iffy is more comfortable. Sometimes he's not. But Brian David Gilbert's always fun when he's fact checking people. That's a good time.
I agree with you on that. In fact, I think he's only on. There's a season where somebody else is the fact checker that's just not as good.
Yeah.
When they add Brian David Gilbert, it's pretty great.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been watching lots of Dropout. So I recommend watching Dropout. It's a fun show. Now they have Dropout 24/7, which is basically like they're like, it's like old TV, but not. But it's just a channel that plays random stuff, and they might insert special things and all that. It's a cute idea.
Is that on YouTube?
No, it's on it's on Dropout, but it's a live feed that they so it's replaying random episodes of stuff. But they said they can insert secret stuff in there sometimes, and it's a pretty good idea, is what I'm saying. Called Dropout 24/7. All right, that's it. I think that's everyone, right? Matt's gone.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that it for this episode of Square Roots?
Sure is.
We did it.
Yeah. Well, before we go, let's remind our listeners about our Patreon, patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast, where you're going to find all of our amazing bonus content. A big shout out and thank you to the new patrons we've gotten. I think we actually got a couple today. And we've had a couple more over the last week, which is really cool.
We've actually
Thank
gotten
you for
some
that.
emails that I kind of feel like maybe we should try and read.
Oh, yeah. And I think we did get a couple of those as well. Let's take a quick detour from the plug to read these emails.
Mm-hmm.
We got an email from Kakarot that said, started listening at Lost Odyssey because that's where Spotify starts, apparently. Really enjoy listening to your show. I've got to episode 5 of Fallout New Vegas. Hopefully in a few weeks or months I can catch up and hear this message read aloud. Might just, for shits and giggles, send an email every Friday and let you know how far my binging has gotten in a week. Anyways, really enjoying it so far. Thank you, Kakarot.
We're waiting.
AKA
Love that.
Goku.
I would love to hear how many episodes someone is able to listen to in a week.
Would you
It's a
go? I
stomach
feel like
in a
if
week.
I binge a podcast, I go insane. Like I start thinking, like dreaming about the podcast people. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do this. It's not good.
That's how I started listening to the Flophouse. I might have
same.
said this before, but I was working somewhere where I did not want to overhear people around me, and I was like the only person kind of doing what I was doing. So I just had it on all the time, and I do think it made me a little bit crazy.
My brother happened to run across that AV Club article about the Flophouse 10 or 12 years ago and sent it to me and was like, you might like this. This sounds right up your alley. And he was right. I went back and listened to 150 episodes of that show or something. Ate up my life for like 3 months.
Yeah, I was like, how did this get made girly first? But then I went and switched to. Well, I mean, I still listen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I used to get together with friends and watch the How Did This Get Made movies before the episodes came out.
I think I first heard about the Flophouse because John Hodgman said on his show that Elliot Kalin was his arch nemesis, and I was like, I gotta hear this Elliot Kalin guy.
Oh wow, does that mean Vanessa might have heard of me years before we actually started talking? Because I was on a Judge John Hodgman like mini thing. I mean, it wasn't on like he read my little write-in question.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
I very well might have.
This is huge news.
Yeah.
You have never mentioned this before.
That I had a write-in question on Judge John Hodgman. It was about Score, a hockey musical. I'll have to find it. But yeah.
Also, this Patreon plug has turned into a plug for the Flophouse.
Yeah.
The show
I
that
started
is
listening to the Flophouse
much more
because
popular than ours.
I've been listening
And
to
what are we doing?
the McElroy since 2011. So the ads on the Flophouse eventually won me over. They sounded fun.
Yeah. Hey, I'll plug the Flophouse. Everyone should listen to it. And if there's a live show in your area, go see it.
Well, I won't. Anyway, Patreon.
Yeah, patreon.com/squarerootspodcast. Podcast. For $3, you can have access to all of our bonus content. For $5, you get access to all that content, plus the ability to vote on games we play on the show. We're actually just wrapping up a vote.
It did wrap, and I announced the winner earlier in the show.
Oh, okay, great. Well, now you know it's Link's Awakening.
Zelda Link's
Awakening.
Wake Up Journey of Time. Ocarina.
Nope, just Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. You're going to learn about the windfish. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, it's going to be great. So $3, $5, vote, no vote. You get bonus content either way. It's worth it, I promise. Another benefit of being a patron, no matter what tier you subscribe at, we like to personally thank some of them on the show. I'm going to start us off this week by thanking Star Healer and Samu Mitchell and Saul Wagner and Pope Hat Ben, who is, to be clear, not an actual pontiff. Seth G.
Oh, I forgot to
and
update
Krieger.
them.
I'd like
I
to
know,
thank
but we're not
Ed,
gonna stop.
Franco, Press F to Scoot, Rachel, Amanda Douglas, Friend of DeSoto, Aaron O'Toole, and Tracy.
And I'd like to thank Dr. Fine, say everyone's name, Cerulean, Andy M., Matt Jorgensen, and Brian Pitt.
And I'd like to say, no, I forgot to update the Patreons.
All right, that's it for this episode. If you'd like to send us an email to have read on the air like Kakarot did, our email address is squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Blue Sky at squarerootspod.bsky.social or send us an email and we'll send you a link to our Discord channel.
Yeah, we're most active on our Discord. For
Discord
sure.
server
Yeah, it's a server.
or channel?
Server.
Yeah, the server has
Discord
channels.
server.
It's like IRC basically.
Okay.
And yeah, please rate, review, and subscribe. You know, the usual business. And on Spotify, Ghana, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks to Stephen Morris for our Square Roots theme. You can find Stephen on YouTube. Links are in the show notes.
All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Matthew Van Zant.
I'm Johnny Brandon.
Vanessa.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to hit stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. To end sniper fight?
What?
I don't think it's Ann sniper fight.
It's
No,
definitely not. Why would it be?
I don't know. That's just what I heard. That's all I heard. To end sniper fight. But I think it
I don't
actually.
think that's what I
I didn't
said.
hear that. I
think
did
it
not
was,
hear
I
that.
think it was my headphones being glitchy.
Sometimes you cut out for me, Johnny, a little bit, and then it seems like I'm ignoring what you said. But the truth is, I just can't hear you.
Yeah, that's
Both
a
things
that's
can
a
be
great
true.
excuse. Actually, you cut out for me all the time as well, Vanessa. It's crazy.
It's weird how women cut out for Matt all the time. and nobody else.
Their audio cuts out, and then they cut out.
So anyway,
Yeah. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zant.